So that's the end of our day. Just a few things from Scott and I. Because this has been an open webinar and we haven't got a record of who's attended throughout the day, and we've had, I don't know in total how many people, but we've had between 80 and 100 people online throughout the day, which has been incredibly heartening for us, because we were worried that it might just be Scott and I and the presenters at one point. So we can't send out the normal sort of feedback sheet, but we would really welcome any feedback that you have. Scott will email all the list to say, if you attended, please send us feedback. But if you just like to email the conference inbox, which Scott remind us is
leeds-lt-conference@glasgow.ac.uk. It's also in the top section of the conference webpage.
So if you want to just drop us an email to the inbox with any thoughts about how you think today's gone, anything we might do differently in the future, given that we may well find ourselves doing more online, that would be great. Thank you to everyone who's presented today, and thank you to everyone who's put in questions. I have to say a big thank you to Scott, who has done 99.8% of the work setting this up, and also to Lisa, who none of you will have seen, but has been in the background supporting us and managing things like getting rid of questions from the quick Q&A so it's clear for the next one, and reminding us to mute things and things like that. So it's been great to have a, if you ever do one of these and you use the webinar tool, you really need 3 people on deck to manage it. Especially if you're doing a whole day, it's really a lot of work. Even with the 3 of us, it's been a heck of a lot of work, and we've all been sort of on full in full concentration mode all day. So very, very many thanks to Scott, very many thanks to Lisa, and I'm going to hand over to Scott.
So the last things that I wanted to say are about what happens next. So as you'll know, we have this slightly unusual setup, which initially came from just a simple difficulty in getting room bookings, but now it's turned into a continuing difficulty with actually none of us having access to any rooms at all on campus. So initially we were going to have part of the time that we would typically dedicate to the Learning and Teaching Conference happening on the 10th of June. We'll still be doing that, but we'll do it in the same format that you've just experienced today. So it'll be online. The conference program, the symposium program for that day is almost entirely confirmed. I think we just need to hear back from one of the scheduled presenters, but it seems like that whole day will go ahead almost as planned, which is great. For everyone who couldn't make it along to the event today, and so you'll notice that on a typical University of Glasgow Learning and Teaching Conference, we'll have maybe 5 or 6 parallel sessions at a time, whereas we only have 1 today. That's because all of the other people who would have been in the programme are just dealing with the new reality of getting their teaching ready at the moment. So the vast majority of those folks who were accepted have said that they are very happy to record the presentation at some point later in the summer and then send it in. So we'll gather those together over the next few months, and then in August, when everyone's back from, I use the phrase summer holidays loosely, but before the semester's due to start, we'll publish the recording back, and you can have access to everything that you would have seen, and even more, because you can watch everything. You'll be able to watch every presentation rather than choosing one to go to at a time. And the people who submitted lightning talks and posters, most of them have agreed that they will do a sort of mini live event for the launch of all of that. So there'll be something to tune into on the 10th of June, and there'll also be something to tune into on a date that's yet to be nailed down exactly, but it'll be in the first half to the middle of August. Recordings, lightning talks, and posters then. So I think that's everything from me too.
So thank you very much indeed, and have a good rest of the week.
Indeed. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.